It's Steve Wright, Royal Gazette, with Troy Darrell, who was in Nicky's corner tonight. Troy, how would you assess Nicky's performance tonight?
I think he had a good performance. Early on we was bumping heads, but it all came together tonight. So, a couple of things he could have improved on, but he got the job done. So I was impressed with his performance tonight.
And he had a sticky first round when he swallowed a big right, a couple of uppercuts, and he was very stationary. What changed after that? He danced all night after that, and he moved well, and he tied him up when he had to. Was that something you were talking to him about after that first round?
Yeah, I told him basically I didn't want him to stay there and slug with this guy. So I told him, go and start boxing him. I said, don't worry about, if you tie him up, shut him down, because we've been working on that. I'll slide in and shut him down, because right now Nicky is the smaller guy,
Yeah.
so I didn't want him to be trading with him. And sometimes you can say, but he's been off for 12 months, his first fight back. So in back of his head, he said, "Man, can I take a shot?" You know what I mean? So you expected that they're a little jealous, a little nervous. So by the time he got over the first one, I said, "Oh, I want him to box. Use your jab." The overhand right was there for him, and also the left hook.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel he won the fight, because he hit the guy with the more cleaner shots. And as it was going on, I mean, it's a little seesaw here and there, but he came alive, you know what I mean? In the later stages of the fight, he started coming alive.
And now Nicky's got his hands on one of the lesser belts, but it still should, in theory, create opportunities for him, both career-wise and financially. How exciting is this time in Nicky's career now?
Well, I say Nick is 28. Hopefully that he can get another fight early part of next year. You know what I mean? And, got Jeff Mayweather there. Hopefully, like I said, the other guy, I don't know if he's going to defend that belt, because I think he wants to drop down to 140 pounds. So, the bigger guys in the weight class, and apparently, it's a good thing that guy wasn't a big puncher.
Sure.
But Nicky hit him with some clean shots, and also anybody in that weight class was 140. I think he probably would have went on. But since he's like a bigger guy, it was a little harder for him. But as far as bigger matches, but we're looking for that, and that's what it's all about. He don't have a whole lot of time,
No.
especially in the lighter weight classes. As a welterweight, smaller guys, it's tough. A lot of them guys are young, so he needs to get as much fights as he can before he's like 30.
And do you think Nicky needs to continue the current method he's got of going to Vegas for a few months, coming home to continue to develop? Do you think he can't stay in Bermuda? He needs to be spending some time away.
Now,
Has done for the last 2
actually,
months?
I'm to Nicky that like years ago, like that. The place to be is to get out of here.
Yeah.
Because that's how you can fight constantly. You be constantly fighting, and then you have managers. You're gonna get a promoter. You get on the undercards of some of these big fights, and that's when you get more recognized. You get a chance to say, well, hey, I might fight for a few $100,000. But being here in Bermuda, you really can progress, because and also you don't have the guys to spar with.
Yeah.
And one thing about boxing, you gotta get your sparring in. It's very important. Sparring is just like that's the main thing of training. You know what I mean? Not just hitting the bag and doing the speed bag, but sparring. But when you spar, you want to spar with guys that you can learn from. You can increase. It's gonna make you better.
Yeah.
Guys is just a little bit better than you. But don't be sparring with guys that, take it easy, Nicky. Don't hit him, don't do this. But hey, it's no good.
And finally, you've played a part in Nicky's career in the periphery. I've seen you part of his team in various fights in the past. Tonight, obviously, you played a greater role. I guess was the death of Mr. Rigo. Were you happy and pleased that you could play that role tonight and you could step in and be Nicky's main voice in the corner?
Yeah, I was. We talked some months ago, and he said, "Well, hey, Rigo is gone. It looked like you're the only one left."
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure. You know what I mean? I want to put back. I want to give back, and I'm like you said, I've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Since I've been back, I've been up Rigo's, but a lot of times I'm not in the front.
Yeah.
I just come in, I give them information, and then sometimes I go missing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm happy to know that. I'm happy to be there working with him. You know what I mean? Because he's working hard. He deserves it. He wants to do it, and once you find somebody that's dedicated, And once he did, then that makes it even easier to, go forward and help him.
That's brilliant. Troy, thanks for your time, mate. I appreciate it.
All right, no
Enjoy the rest
problem.
of your night.
All right, thank you.